Welcome back. My name is Kira and this is chapter 5 of Assassin's Creed Odyssey Let's Play. So, we are here in Marcos's vineyard and our little Phoebe has a quest for us. So, we're going to have a chat to her.
How'd it go with Marcos?
How it always goes. I didn't get my money, and I'm running another errand for him.
Why do you let him boss you around?
I owe him a debt from the past.
Oh, did you borrow me?
Not that kind of debt. Few people would take in a runaway they caught thieving. I was just a kid.
Huh. I'm just a kid and I've done pretty good for myself.
What do you want, Phoebe?
You know Kausos?
The town on the other side of the island? Why?
People there are sick. And my friend Kina is too. There is a blood fever. They say it's a curse and they need help from the gods.
I told you, I'm not a god.
But Ikaros
Is a bird.
that doesn't mean you can't help.
All right, I'll look into it.
Okay, so we'll just track that quest. The blood fever is probably one of the biggest moral decisions you're going to make in this game. That I've found so far, like, honestly. I'm only about 20 hours into the game myself, so, though I've done those 20 hours several times now, but it is a difficult quest. And the reason I'm going to say that is because you are going to have to think long and hard about what outcome you want. Kausos, it's like the quest marker marks it for you, but it is this village here. So we're going to go over there and you can have a look and decide. It's not looking very good, is it? No.
By the gods!
You're murderers!
What's happened here?
Murderers!
If the gods won't help you, the sickness must be destroyed by our hands. We have no choice.
Help us!
He won't let us go.
What's going on?
Kausos was consumed by plague. We couldn't keep up with the bodies. It was spreading. We had to intervene.
They killed our brothers, our neighbors.
We survived the massacre, but he'll kill us now.
The gods have abandoned us. The sick must join the dead if we are to save the living.
You burned the whole village?
Many nights were lost praying. We had to take action. To scorch the blood fever out of Kausos.
Is there no hope for a cure?
Nothing has worked. Sacrifice, prayers.
Healers won't come near us. Soldiers won't let us leave. The gods won't answer our prayers.
But I don't know anything about the plague.
There is nothing you can do.
No!
If you intervene, I will be forced to defend the gods' wills.
Save us from him! Have pity!
We aren't even that sick. We'll get better.
Nobody gets better! This is the only way all of Kephallonia will save itself from extermination.
Please.
We have children! Think of them!
Don't regret stopping here, Mistios.
Okay, so your option is to kill the priest and his guards and save the civilians. The other option is to say, let them civilians and by extension Phoebe's friends to be killed. This is why it's a moral choice. It's a utilitarianism sort of thing. Because personally I would have liked to know the outcome before I made this choice the first time, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. If you don't want to know, then skip the next minute or so. If you let the people go, plague will spread through Kephallonia. That is not to say that those particular people were the cause. But if you do as the priest says and you just walk away, the plague won't spread in Kephallonia. It's a difficult choice. It's a very, very, very difficult choice. But because, I mean, personally, I have a lot of problems with this particular choice. And I'm actually really glad that the game is making us make it, because it actually makes us think. It makes players think about their morality, their decisions, the consequences it's going to have. And I think that's pretty good. But having said all of that, I just can't walk away and let a priest and his guards kill civilians. Having said that, also, I'm also putting Phoebe and Marcos and all those people at risk as well. So I am worried about that. We're not going to let them. That's the decision I'm making. I've made both decisions in both playthroughs. They're both awful. But
Let them go.
What?
You're no god.
if you say, if you refuse to bow to the priest, you do have to kill everyone, like the priest and his guards. Okay. At least you get some experience points from killing them. But either way, make your way back up to where the family's waiting if that's a decision you've made. If you've decided to go the other way, then just walk away and that's it. And you'll have to have a chat with Phoebe.
You're a hero.
That priest came from the underworld. Some man of the gods.
The real god sent you. Time to go. We're well enough to travel, but need healing.
Before you go, take my drachmi. It can't pay for what you gave us, but it's all we have.
I'm not going to take their money. I mean, it's only going to be like 100 drachmi or so, and I can get that from doing a number of side quests. It's easy enough. I feel sorry for them.
Forget about that. Just travel safely.
You're a gift from the gods, Eagle Bearer. I hope they bless you.
And in doing so,
Be safe.
I might have just spread the plague through the entire Greek world. I don't know. And if it is, my bad. But the game's actually going to offer you a number of choices like that, where the decision is difficult, regardless of which way you want to go. And it is going to have consequences, not all of them that you can see immediately, which I guess is the point. So, but at the same time, I think it adds depth to the game. The consequences aren't always going to be huge either. They're not always going to be obvious. And I suppose there could have been a lot more they did with the consequences, but this is their first foray into turning AC into a RPG. So, having said all of that, they did a fairly good job. Like, it does make you think, so there is always that. But we are going to go and move on to the next side quest, and go from there.
Mystios! Fresh vegetables for your journey. The juiciest in Kephallonia.
I'm not really in the market for vegetables.
No one is. Our stock is practically decomposing.
We're trying to make enough rachmi to get out of Kephallonia. It's about time we moved on.
I know what you mean.
Wait. Creosa. You think she could help us?
I think she could.
You'll have to tell me what it is first.
Are you scared of sharks, Mystios?
I'm not scared of anything.
That makes one of us. A very hungry one swims in our way of leaving Kephallonia.
A shark?
He guards a precious necklace. We get it, sell it, and leave Kephallonia. The old bandit who found it first buried the necklace on the shore, near a temple.
And the fool didn't think. Water rises. Now the necklace may as well belong to the shark. Vegetable drachme is all right, but necklace drachme is best.
We're not going to keep the necklace. Like, our Cassandra is a nice, compassionate Cassandra.
I know what it's like to want to leave Kephallonia.
Who wouldn't? We have nothing here. As many vegetables as we please, but no hope.
It's buried in a chest. If you get it for us, we'll take what we need to get out, and you can keep the rest.
All right, I'll kill your shark.
You'll skewer him.
You'll find him deep in the ruins of Granit down south.
Buried treasure usually has a story.
The necklace was said to belong to Procris. You know, the wife of Kephalus. On the eve of their wedding, he gave it to her as a promise of fidelity.
Well, we know how that turned out.
Typical. At least he returned to Procris in time for her death.
Where on the island are these ruins?
You know the sunken islet of Zeus? Find that, and you'll find the ruins.
To the shark's temple I go.
I'll never look at another vegetable again after this.
Okay, so the shark quest is in the south. It says, oh, hang on, I haven't actually put that as a quest. Shark the Vagrant. Alright, so if you have a look at the map, it says the temple is underwater on the coast of Kephallonia. Great start. It says it's south of the ancient ruins of Krenoi. It's in the islet of Zeus. So this is the only undiscovered location that's in the water. That's of the ancient ruins of Krenoi. So it's gonna be here. So let's go and have a look. Okay, so we're almost here at the temple. I'm just wondering what happened here. But anyway, you might also have noticed that I do actually hunt a lot and stuff along the way. That's because we need the materials. Alright, so the thing I would suggest about this place is that sharks are scary. Send up Icarus. She will spot everything you need to know about the area, including the sharks. There's 3 of them in the water.
Down there.
The necklace is down there. There's no other treasure chest because Icarus isn't indicating any. But what I would highly advise is stay out of the water. What you can do instead is shoot the sharks. Sounds a bit cheating, and I do realize that, but since the water is pretty much their territory, you're gonna get messed up. So I would say swim over. I mean, if you want to fight the sharks underwater, by all means, go for it. I just generally don't. It's been my practice not to do that for survival purposes. So I tend to go up on a beam here, or one of the other beams, and do a really, really cheeky thing of just shooting at them. That's 1 shark down. That's another shark down. And that's a 3rd shark down. So once you've killed all the sharks, you can go down into the water and loot their bodies. I'm not even going to do that. Okay, so it's always worth swimming around for a little bit more to see if you can find anything else that might be loot. Up to you. I generally do. Because loot. And because you've already seen the way we got here, I'll just cut that bit out. It's not that difficult to return to the carpet. The carpet. The couple. Alright, we're back. Let's speak to this poor couple.
You found it! That's the necklace!
That shark put up a good fight. He must have liked it.
We can finally leave. No more vegetables.
We'll have a new life. One far from our past.
I know what that's like. Good luck.
Oh, Cassandra's so sweet. Alright, so when you do quests like this, the reason you want to do side quests is because you can get engravings, experience points, and drachmae. Not always are you going to get engravings, but sometimes you're going to get equipment, supplies, etc, etc. So it's totally worth doing it. Do the side quests. Besides, most of them are interesting and they help you uncover the question marks. If you're time poor though, go ahead with the storyline. Honestly, everything's pretty much scaled to you. Okay. Alright. There is one more side quest in Kephallonia, but we're not going to get to that yet. So what we are going to do instead is do some of the question marks. So the lumberyard was one of the question marks, so we're going to go there and clear that out. Oops. Alright, so we're at the lumberyard, and that was the point that was right up here. The reason I'm going to point this one out in particular is because this is more like an actual lumberyard with a number of bandits that just decide to kind of guard it. So you can actually just do a sneaky thing, not kill any of the bandits, and just take the 2 treasure chests and run for it. If you want to kill the bandits, you can, obviously. It's all up to you. But the civilians are going to get kind of upset about it. So you can, at times, get a bounty. So this is one of those I usually do at night, so that there's less civilians or they're less aware, etc, etc. Your call. Okay, so the problem with this location is that everything is stealing, so people do get upset at you. As I said, it's your decision whether you want to kill everyone or not, but obviously I've decided to go for and kill them all. The problem with playing so many games is that I see those people, and as long as they're red, I see them as just experience points and loot. We're working on my psychosis issues. Anyway. So the next one, because we're just going to clear up the Cursed Valley of Pali, is just over here. So I'm going to go and do that. You'll see me get there with some music and a lot of first movement thingy. Okay, so we're at the point here. As I said, we're here. That's on the west coast. So the Wolf Cavern. You'll find these sort of animal caves dotted throughout all of the Greek world, and the objectives are pretty simple: kill the alpha elf animal. Accomplishing that feat is actually not as simple as it seems at times, because the alpha animal is an absolute asshole. So he's in there at the moment. Usually there's always a treasure chest, but I can't seem to find one here. But that's okay. There's some over there instead. Lovely. but it also looks like he's alone, which is both good. It's good, but it's bad because his friend is up here. Didn't even notice. All right. With alpha animals, they are tougher, and even though I've got like purple gear and I'm all confident, I usually like to try to kill them from above with a bow, because I'm cowardly. But since I can't do that with this one, and I have no arrows, I don't know if you noticed. Luckily we can pause. So I'm just gonna make some arrows real quick. All that hunting I did on the way. Just as a side note, spears are really good for dealing with animals because you can keep them at range. You can kind of push them away from you. So there's the alpha wolf down. If you can't do that with the sword, you want to be dodging as much as you can. Let's see if there's any goodies in here. Alright, so that is the Cursed Valley of Pali done. Next episode, we're going to finish off Mount Anos, yeah? And the ancient ruins of, actually, we might also finish off Coast of Kolodai, and we'll finish off the ancient ruins of Kranoi. Okay? I'll see you then. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a lovely time, and I hope you have a lovely day today. Mwah.